Igbo Biafra, kwenu. Enwere Igbo owe Igbo. We Igbo Nigeria.
That we can defend ourselves. Igbo can defend themselves. Yes, we can.
An Igbo man performs better under pressure.
ADF and no Chinese line and a book program. I actually can make a mistake I made during the war. Security and non-Akani before governors.
My client, Semobo Governor South East. My head need the approval and Fulani X-Men moving around on foot in Southeast.
About the difficulty now, the whole in fact, like the whole of Nigeria.
The town unions and security committee can organize defense of our communities.
What we have chaos as governors in Southeast.
Nigeria, because one Nigeria, one.
When two women comes together, during the war, under war situation, under starvation, under total blockade, under
people, my elders, I'm donating myself. Only she got motion. Because I'm the witch. Anyone who wants to try again. Anyone who wants it, I give it to you. See how much here. Yes.
Not a mandate, a voluntary mandate to only one that be outside Igboland. Outside Igboland. To yearly repatriate only 1%. I want to tell you in the 10 years, that will be more attraction from any Igbo man to live outside Igboland.
We can protect that. Mmụọ nsọ na obi anyị ka e wee maa etu anyị si wee dị akwa anyị akwa alịrị anyị alụ anyị echiche anyị banyere ọdịmma nke ndị Igbo. Anyị bụ ndị tata na ụmụ anyị echi na ụmụ anyị na ana Igbo na amụnyere anyị ya. Anyị ekene gị maka ndị ndu wee sị gị biko nọnyere anyị n'alụ anyị ga-atụ n'ụbọchị tata ka ọ bụrụ iru gị nyere anyị aka mee ka ndị nọ n'ụzọ na-abịa katọlik ka n'afa nke Nna na nke Ọkpara na nke Mmụọ Nsọ. Amen. Ikenu.
My Lord Bishop, President of ADF, Royal Fathers, members of the High Table, leaders of Alaigbo here present, leaders of the former Eastern Nigeria here present, representatives of our people from the diaspora, the representatives of ASETU, the Association of Town Unions here present, members of Igbo World Congress, the Christian Association Southeast, okay, and various pan-Igbo organizations here. It is my pleasure to welcome all of you. And I will go on to present my address. I accepted to chair this summit with utmost humility in the hope that my person will lend a moderating influence on its process and outcome. I do not take it lightly, the confidence reposed on me by organizers of this summit. I know for sure that the atmosphere in Nigeria is highly charged because of the unprecedented security challenges in this country. This is a time for all of us, traditional and religious leaders, as well as elders, to step forward and be counted as agents of restraint. The Alaigbo Development Foundation has done well since it came into existence. I congratulate our president, Professor Uzodimawala, and the executive members of the ADF. I urge them to continue to do their best for the unity and survival of Igbo and for the development of Alaigbo. We should resolve that what we say or do in OWERRI today advance the peace, unity, and security of Igbo at home and in the diaspora. In this connection, we should bear in mind that our Igbo nation cannot make the desired progress if the various Igbo groups and associations, including the ADF, IPOB, MASOB, and others, do not work in harmony and respect the authority of Ohaneze Igbo as our apex political, social, cultural organization. ADF can and should play a critical role in forging the much desired unity among Igbo, and I hereby call upon the ADF to take up this challenge. The Holy Bible reminds us that a house divided against itself cannot stand. If there is any time the post-Biafra Igbo need unity, it is now. The security danger staring all of us in the face dictates that we should forgive ourselves, put our differences behind us, and face our security challenges positively. I thank you. Nke a maka ndị ada anụ Igbo ya anyị na-ekwu ebe a bụ na ije anyị bịa n'Owerri na ọ ga-amịta ezigbo mkpụrụ ka ndị Igbo jikọọ ọnụ were ofu obi na-alụ ọrụ. Biko anyị ga-agaba n'ihu Igbo kelenu, Igbo rienu, mụọnụ, zụọnụ, Biafra kelenu, Biafra rienu, mụọnụ, zụọnụ. Biko ihe mbụ ka nkọwa wụ chairman anyị, or one of the leading members, statesmen anyị nwere na ADF. Nnọkọ anyị nọ today, ọ bịara dịka ihe ọdụrụkọ emergency. Ọ bụ oge anyị na-eje South Africa anyị gara a few weeks ago. Oji bịara from many places all over the world na-asị anyị biko akpọkọ ndị Igbo ka anyị leba anya ihe gbasara nchekwa anyị. Nke ka nke oge ahụ, oge egburu ada onye isi ndị Yoruba, onye ọbụla na-atụ ụjọ oge ahụ na agha nwere ike ịda. Oku a bịara so many places from corners ị na-enweghị ka ime expect na ọ ga-abịa to ADF. From ndị nọ na Europe, America, including nwanne anyị nwoke o nwere ike ichesi onwe onye na-eji asọpụrụ. Ana m ekwu Nnamdi Kalu. He called me sị nna ekwu biko kedu ihe a na-eme, kedu ihe ndebe anyị mere ADF anyị tinye n'aka ka kpọkọọ ndị Igbo ka ha jikwakwa n'onwe ha. The call came from so many places. Anyị enwe emergency meeting ma kpọọ nwanne anyị nwoke Emeka Diwe, onye isi ndị Association of Igbo Town Unions, ndị anyị na ha na-abụ bidoro na-emekọ ihe kemgbe some months. Si ya biko gbapụta Lagos on our way out ka anyị hụ na Lagos na ọkọ tinye echiche ka anyị isi wee kpọọ ndị Igbo. Ma kpọkwa ndị CAN, kpọkwa ndị World Igbo Congress, World Igbo from America. Ha ese ndị a nwanne anyị nwanyị Ada Egbufo, another barrister. Ma gwa ndị ọzọ niile. Nwanne anyị nwoke akpọ m si na ya na-ese ndịkwa mmadụ ka ọ bịa iji gosi n'obi ya dị na nnọkọ a ndị Igbo chọrọ ịnọkọ. Ya edie lọya ha, lọya Ejimakọ n'ebe a. Kedu ebe lọya nọ? So ọ gbara bịa Lagos. Unfortunately, there was no flight. We met in Lagos and quickly agreed na ga-akpọ Condolence ka anyị nọkọ. Ebido set to the process in motion. I did away for over 2 weeks. Ọ ihe mere nụ nkwado anyị kwesịrị ịkwado before I bịa today. Anyị kwadocha ya. But obi dị m ụtọ na anyị nwere ike ịnọkọ. Ọtụtụ ndị gbara ọkpụrụ ndị Igbo nwere bịa ebe a maka ihe na-adanụ. At the end, ma sị anyị ga-anọkọ.
a believer that we can defend ourselves. That Igbo can defend themselves. Yes, we can. If you go back to history, the most memorable moment in colonial history, or the experience in 1929, not from our men, but from our women. It was the greatest challenge British colonial rule all over the whole world that made them send their women back home. It was a state of war. War bulletin was firing. From Umuanyanya, Guinea Kahaji, Upapro, Upukro, Ya, Apro, Yabino, Hippocrabo, Lahendiosa. We also know. And that's what we don't celebrate. Igbo slaves defeated Napoleon Bonaparte in Haiti and established the first black republic in the world. Haiti. And what we all know also, that in the heart of the Igbo man, in the spirit of the Igbo man, is the longing for freedom. This longing is firmly registered in America, in Dover Creek, where our people who were deceived and taken to America as slaves, once they got to that creek and realized that on landing they will be slaves, they held themselves, moved back, and got themselves drowned instead of being slaves, becoming slaves. So, Monna, I want to challenge. We know it's not a question of threats. It's a question of the fact that it's not even a question of being besieged. It's that we have been occupied. That is the truth of the matter. But ADF and no tiny line and a book or a crap. I actually make a mistake I made during the war. I know I had a go more crobby, don't know club, Biafra. Nde obodai na say, Oji, also abakwa. We say man ogo gene. He kukwasi, anage eku ekwe. Mbabu emegene a jog. Anage ekwe a jog. To defend yourself, your rights and so on. I get TH this time. I get TH this time. Maro time get you a JJ. Okay, or no. Oh, room very hand I question men. Any mayor, I agree why no way G this avalanche. Nadiano. On the document, I got over the document. I circulating, I got the easy circulate here, this thing. From 19 working on Malaysia, SOS. On a retreat. The siege, the situation. Obi the motor also. Now when he keep out on 19 worker, Emeka Marvelous, one of the greatest researchers on our predicament. Emeka Okwenever. He will also give us an inkling into the challenge I want. So, in the town union, and all over the whole place, we have been seeing what's been happening from Nimbo to Anambra to Lumala. They also have their story to tell. And Jikuaka, there are basic things we have to do. Some of them are working here. We are working here by is. Oh, yeah, you couldn't why back. On your bloody my mana. In the Benue, Or when something could be here, the anti-open grazing bill is a must. It's one instrument we need in this battle. Anti-open grazing bill. I have a bat today. Onyo Bulare, groups organized, go to the State's House of Assembly, go to the governors and say, give us anti-open grazing bill. Imeya, Hapran and that is a law which we can make, which we can defend to prevent cattle moving around, destroying our districts. And it's a part of the planned strategy. The anti-open grazing bill is a must. Onyobola organized everywhere. Go to the House of Assembly. See, pass this law. ADF sent the other draft bill. Came in 2016 to all the 7 State House of Assembly. Non Alaigbo. Because of I will hear that about vigilante. Vigilante. Every community in Alaigbo can defend itself. Every community. If you organize your community well, you can defend yourself against this kind of threat I'm with today. I'm happy now. One night Woko Peter Obi, he did a good job. Narambra, I don't know, is following the footsteps. We're calling on all the governors, but what is important to Munna? Biko. Security anyi before governors. Governors were limitations. Unless we understand that, I'm going to blame her. They have limitations. The other day, Mona, chairman of the organizing committee, now secretary of ADF, I did a 19 Woko, secretary to Imo State government. Ojagocha. Or when you hear me na Ebema. Na ndị a kpọrọ nnama ha ga na-emebishi ihe ndị mmadụ kụrụ n'ọrụ. Ndị egbe ebido dite chụọ ha ọsọ. They went back, regrouped, and came back in a more threatening form. Ndị egbe ji oji kpọọ the government. Secretary government agbara ebe a kpọọ ha sị ọ gịnị mere? Akọnaghị aka ibe ya. Ndị hụrụ ukwe were nna m unu na-erishi egbuchie ndị mmadụ kụrụ n'ọhịa unu pụọ wesara agaghị pụ. One of them samụrụ ya ebe a n'ihe nwere right like any other person. Mgbe uche jere hụ anya ha ife n'ọka ọ ga-adị easier ịkpọbata ha ebe ịkpọrọ ha bịa n'Owerri bịa gwa ha okwu. Invited them to Owerri. By the time he came into his office to meet Ndomere invite, or Nandi soldier, Nandi police, all over the whole place. The army commander was there. The police commissioner was there. DSS was there. All of them. The Mietala were there. Like document I get, Agorosa, as we bow. Now, Chile can you know. Now, democracy, no nonsense. But they are here to take over what belongs to them. And as they have systematically done, they are very smart. Very smart. All the security people, Imo State, for example, all their men. And the constitution I could go here, one night walk to the Nadian and Jordan, Black was I biko. Am I high mercy? Constitution and no more. We wouldn't be bound by it. It provides for a security committee with which the governors have to work with. That's what's in the Constitution. And if the governor doesn't do it, he'll be accused of flouting the Constitution. And who are the members of the Constitution of the Security Committee? Only Fulani. So, come on now. The next thing, other one happened again now.
The day and the day when on our Chundi and Nama happened, we were going to Bayelsa on invitation of IGBO National Council. We saw them. Our spirit was very high. Omwaka, Omwoko, Onyihu, Onyazu, Mokibre, Mwai. And I tuned there, one. And they were moving. What happened the next day? Of course, they went and told the governor there's a security threat. And the governor came with his security committee. Who are the members of that committee? Who are the members of that committee? That was the only blame Ugwanyana. He talked on the two sides of his mouth. You know what that? We have to pity our governors. Problem the little thing when they behind when he came in or not. Name me any. I made more better. I give you. That is part of their problem. And then you chair when you get equal stand by them. And this is why we need to get close to our governors. We need to reassure them. So Mona, I couldn't answer. I know no I got this thing. Ujat Lunu. So Oku Vigilante. Omona Biko. Owonya ni ma neba na we keep up 5,000 naira na between and change. We put an ego near the town unions and the security committees. Can organize defense of our communities. Because there is no town IGBO fine 50 million naira today that cannot raise it. Raise that 50 million naira near the town union and security committee. So every community, they'll be able to drive these things out. You trying because Oji Adam happy na law in Eba. Adam Haiku, Ogi me, Yeru 19 Okaka. Okwepolanka say, Niatra Kamunia before long. Umwakanye, Ndina Soprian and Yosa, Umwakaji Benile. These children have hearts. They have heart. Even without God, they have heart. I saw them during the Python dance. Ebehano. Akabahano Greek. Yeah. Hana Eguna this thing. And I can hear 2 and 2 and 2. I was expecting to hear Biko and them sorry. I couldn't get Biko Bagaran. Umwaha. And I tried 2. It reminded me the reaction what their body was doing quaking. It reminded me of Chino Achebe said. He said that something is like a ram, you know. You can do anything what you see the quaking of the flesh, you know. You will see the spirit sagging. Those chaps are lions. From why they are lions? Because we must warm them up. We must energize them. We must support them. So become Oku Vigilante or them in the present era of our protection. There are many other things or which I question Nabagis and so on. The Otuto calls on when you come now, come Kelun, Ahunam Dereba, with a little notice on the Dereba because they Kelun, because they come before. We can protect ourselves.
Today, a very important aspect of the Igbo man is inculcated. It's additively added to Nyebasarandi Igbo. I'm talking about the town unions. I got first and foremost, the town union is the only language every Igbo man speaks and understands. It's the only structure that cuts across every Igbo culture, home and abroad. It is only structure that is fully representative every square foot of Alaigbo is covered by one town union or the other. Igboland trash, do not feel shy to shut me down. Every square foot of Igboland is covered by one town union or the other. There are 2,036 autonomous communities, otherwise known as town union, in Alaigbo, in the 5 states of Igboland. They also have their branches in all the notable towns in Nigeria and in diaspora. Therefore, and that is why I say today that town union is part of this organization. And that is what has made it conspicuously unique. We are saying the role of town union in peace, development, and security. If we first of all talk about peace, the Igbo man loves peace more than anything. Why? The Igbo man needs peace. Onye ọwụna na-agagharị, onye ọwụna na-ahapụ be ya aga ebe ọzọ for business. Only gịnị peace. Therefore, ọkụkọ ghara kwuo m kedu ihe ọ ga-eji azụ ụmụ ya. So that makes our need for peace very, very imperative. Now, let us talk about development. About development. Development is mmepe. In Nigeria today, in fact, the Igbo man has passed the stage of CC development. My grandfather said, "Nyawabu, ati ya ni eme ngala, osi mbada ya di eme ngala, na nyawabu ngala ani emi eme." Igbo man, ndị Igbo, with development, ana abia ayara ya ka ọgwụ ayara. Ọwụsọ ka ọwa achị. So you don't say Igbo man, we are development. We are the development of Nigeria. So Igbo with development, and eme anyị eme. Enwere otu ọ na-eme m asị ndị Igbo laa. I wish, let us go. I want to tell you, if Igbo man, yes, if Igbo man nata, that would be total development eclipse in other parts of Nigeria. That would be total eclipse. As you watch developmental or gawa let me tell you, Nigeria cannot survive without the Igbo man. Hello? And the moment that they go here, Aya sata, ayo sata, ayo ngutari. Where is it? Genetic, that is why when you say moto pass hanere, they cannot do it. We are not doing it because no na in Obara. I want to tell you today the ingenuity of the Igbo man is genetic. The ingenuity of Igbo man is genetic. The survival instinct of Igbo man is genetic. What do you know about it? Little Badiana Milwaukee was regular out. You know, why men are civil war? During the civil war, there is no stock, there is no breed, there is no gene anywhere in the world that surpasses the genetic inheritance of Igbo man. Or there any place. That is why what is happening today, I like it. I like it. And Chineke, Nehemiah, let me tell you, if you look at what happened during the war, They say necessity is the mother of invention. An Igbo man performs better under pressure. Watching. That gene, that genetic ingenuity in Igbo man, that genetic, it comes out, this when an Igbo man is under pressure, as the one we are under now. And to that extent, glory be to God. Very soon, the Onogahu here now Igbo man. Very soon, Onogagota him neku. When the Igbo man comes together, or when he had a people during the war, under war situation, under starvation, under total blockade, yet the Igbo man was the greatest scientist of the world at that time. Then, over na motor na agba eto mgbe dị etu a mmadụ na-agwa Beatles ọ na-agba eto otu osie ka ọ ga-esi agba. We perform like that under the look, excuse me, we are talking about what is real. When I made such a thing under war situation, if we don't have war, but that pressure is there, imagine what we are going to do. Let me quickly enter into the third one because they are interrelated. You think part of what we are proposing for the Igbo man is what we call Akurulo. Enough of this nonsense outside Igboland. Enough of this rubbish outside Igboland. We have a proposal. It's said in the blueprint. The asset to the town union leadership. We have a proposal whereby we give a mandate, a voluntary mandate to anyone that be outside Igboland. Outside Igboland to yearly repatriate only 1%. I said 1%. Even 1%. 10% is too much. 1% of your investment, put it into a cauldron that will be developed, not for Emeka Diwe, not for Mondi Kogu, in your own community. I want to tell you in 10 years, by God's grace, in the next 10 years. I want to tell you in the 10 years, there will be no attraction for any Igbo man to live outside Igboland. There will be no attraction for that. Charity begins at home. This is the kind of restructure the town union is proposing. That is a restructure that cannot be further restructured because you're not begging. No, make joy your wealth. It cannot be. Nobody can restructure for that level of restructure. That is what we're saying. However, like I said, we will talk about that later. Yes, and it could be this Biafra and Ekokuya in as much as they are Biafra. For what? Why is there Arewa in the north? Where is there Oduduwa in the west? By the way, Akwonye Hene ga bronwa ya ka ọ na-aza. Ọkwara ha nyere nwa gị ka ọ na-aza. Mmadụ nwee aha baptizim ọwa arụ. Aha Igbo anyị bụrụ ndị Igbo, aha baptizim anyị wụ Biafra. Onye nke ya na-efu. Onye aha nke ya na-efu. So, security, what are we talking about? The security, already, the Igbo man, via the town union, has an advantage in exclusivity. What is that advantage? Already, we have a network of vigilantes in every community in the southeast. This 2,336 autonomous community that have different town union leadership. In all of them, there is a vigilante group. That is there on ground. But I want to tell you, one thing I said I ready. we are not only ready, not to say, I did a achu here na taru. Yeah, but put that as it may. We have to put a general and we put a public. Who don't think good. So, to that effect, we have the structure on ground. What we need is ignition. What we need is what? The ignition. In Agota, I want to use this opportunity. Nabesi, we are all na aga papa na ha. Onya to panashi. Our colleagues, ka ọ ghara iwu akpọpụta mmadụ asọnye ọkụ. Ọnọdụ ebe a na-eti alo. Now, I'm calling on our colleagues, our partners. Biko ndị ukwu n'ebe a, unu ziere anyị ozi, zigere anyị ụmụnne anyị, ndị ji ihe aha mma nwoke, ndị nọ na gọọmenti, n'ọkwanụ obere ihe ka a na-emewe akwa ọghọrọ mmanwụ. Ọsụ mmanụ, akwa ị na-aghọta Igbo nna asụ, obere ihe ka a na-emewe akwa ọghọrọ mmanwụ. Ọ bụrụ na ị na-aghọta Igbo nna asụ, ị ga-aghọta ihe m na-ekwu.
Engaging our governors and educating them properly on their powers. 3 days ago, in a credible news report that the Southeast governors made public a letter they had written to President Buhari on matters concerning Southeast. In that letter, Hayo Buhari can say, we plead with Mr. President to approve our banning of headsmen, cattle rearers moving around on foot in Southeast. Nnamdi Kanu, my client, said, Governor Southeast. My head need the approval of Buhari, a pan Fulani headsmen moving around on foot in Southeast. My IGBO Nigerian Constitution, on there, now the second schedule to the Constitution. They might agree with me. Now concurrent list, agriculture, no, under the concurrent legislative authority of the federal and state governments. The state can legislate on agriculture, cattle, or livestock or part of agriculture. Professor Mala, Nitoriaka, Mwoku, about the open grazing law. Is there items 18 and 20 concurrent list? So governor of a state, any your president to be go to prevent the movement of cattle on foot. That's your own president because Kabishi Ufuma Burehibo Biawachina. Any house, any house, or any those your say, the third and final one. Igbo Basara or the mind and security. We hear now this is more frequent than with 2015. And when you hear it, I want her was saying an architect. Indeed, would they feel insecure? But should we? Chairman, they went in. Our security lies in our communities. So, my client needs to work because we see where we organize. Community by community should have vigilantes. Mgbe ndị Igbo buwere egbe agha taa, apụtara m ụwa hụ nga nna m bụ egbe. Enwekwara m egbe nke onye na-enweghị nke ya ga-eweta. A na-alaịsensị ya alaịsensị. Nke m nwere laịsensị. Nke a wụrụ ya, ị ga-enwe egbe, inwe obejiri. Mana ihe nọ na ya awụ ozi eziri mbụ sekuriti ndị Igbo nọkwa ndị Igbo n'aka. Unu ahụgo ihe na-eme with consulted authorities in this country. If you trust your security in their hands, in over on your own. So also about unu jisi ike eshebe a na-achụ eshebe a na-achụ anyị ncha ga-eru that promised land. Ọkpọkọ Igbo mmanụ n'ori anụ.
After never, we know something the fundamental MLO meet na my research paper. And now former commissioner in Ebonyi State, Abionike, who only draw my attention to it. Can we go and the chairman in the association Southeastern Union? And I can that right now, the 139 Igbo communities and villages have been occupied by herdsmen. Yeah. So, can you tell by so he had well on a back. Can you what I name? Although the Korea Kulu, when Gay, when Kem Buke, when Gay in the open. Manakaro Kem Buke, when Gavin in the open. Can draw it to your attention. And when was when you go a DIG now? The last DIG from Igbo extraction, you know when I call police management team. You know idea. Police management team. The DIG not there they represent Southeast. DIG got going seeing Obodo from Aniri in Enugu State. All retired 12th of August 2019. You going on DIG now and federal government Maronkati. Then we only go AIG. The last AIG there. We can't go on Kempu and can't open. I call Yanin however. The last Igbo AIG for peace all retired in March. So, and Adana, here when Nigeria today about 95 or 100 CPs currently, Igbo not the area 4. One of them they are retired in December 2019. So, in my age, we go when you went. As you also have reports, actual statistics which are lying. You were question. So I'm a man of statistics. I'm a man of research, investigation, and statistics. Micro-naturalistic settlement using state violence in Igboland. By fire by force. On what condition? So we carried out the research. We checked that the landmass sitting in Nigeria, up by this document, the landmass sitting in Nigeria, by state representation. Let me tell you people, Plateau State were more landmass than the entire Southeast. Plateau State were more landmass than the entire Southeast. So what are we talking about? The landmass in the Southeast, he will turn into 3, or the Niger State. The landmass in the Southeast, he will turn to 2.5, or Borno State. So what are we talking about? The total landmass in Nigeria is 923,000 plus square kilometers. The South Indian were 192,000. The North were 700. So what are we talking about? So I suppose you see so many things there about law and criminology will tell you that when a crime is committed and it is not properly investigated and documented, then no crime has been committed. One of the things in actually Britain and do here today is because of documentation in the Southeast. law, crime is what is not what statute bar. Other bunch. So we need to do that. I got it very conscious. Why can't you young man smart because occasionally I am so Igboland buy 480 over 480 defenseless and the unarmed youth of our people. I'm researchably speaking. I don't know I'm a man of research. I don't know as we speak now, later before the American Secretary of State, Gawado is idea. So in the Igboland buy 480 within the space of 2 years, 2015 August to 2017 September, all the documented inter-society research, we did it. We identified 7 graveyards even in Nigeria on the documents. So lecture get age and the link here and so many other things involved at the lecture. So the chairman, the chairman has he who pays respect to the elder is making way for his own greatness. So the chairman, the other guy, and he also become by a very important. He did Chinese way of the military and security formations in southeastern Nigeria. On then there now, then we're 34 getting down for half year, 34 brigade of where when can on Igbo, when can on Aba, when can on Enugu, and so many people can establish in Ladeto was here 63 brigade. On then Amania 95. I can tell you researchably and authoritatively and scholarly too that 95% of those manning military security DSS formations in Igboland officers of House of Flag. Look at the table here. The research we conducted in 2018 December. Look at it here. So in to end up if I before God make go further. Mana because you are a say one more make sure that how quite shall only suppose okay you are. When you are Google albums and also I had that home. But okay, we got 19 pages. You will pay
Oya na anọchite anya na nwanne anyị nwoke bụ Alhaji Muhashi Asare Dokubo. Ndewo.
I am General Commanding Officer Igboland. Those are my name. I am mandated by my leader, Asare Dokubo, to come and tell our people in the East that they have a brother. And as an Ijaw people, I know too well that the oppressed is proud. Why I use that language? Please. Is to tell our people our destiny lies in our palm. Today is not the day of making speech, but it's to tell you, today is not the day of setting up vigilantes to secure ourselves. No. If we set up vigilantes and you cannot come together, you cannot also work. We are always oppressed by the ugly states. We are always oppressed by the ugly states. As a people, we should carry our destiny by our palms. Once more again. We are always set and waiting for the ugly state. And I believe our leaders, elders, here seated, have done the right thing. I've been visiting this land Not today. There is a lot of change, every change in the system today, which I saw personally. And I'll go back home to tell my leader that the people are set. That's the only message I have for you. Thank you.
Ọgbaghara dịka otu ọ dị now, enweghị onye amaghị na enwere nsogbu n'ala Igbo, in fact na the whole of Nigeria. So a na-agba ihe gbasara otu a ga-esi dozie ala anyị. Anyị ga-eme bishọp ụmụ nwaanyị so. Ụmụ nwaanyị anyị nwere talent, ụmụ nwaanyị anyị nwere skills, ụmụ nwaanyị anyị nwere intellect, ụmụ nwaanyị anyị ma ha nwere energy. So we must involve them at every level of this plan to secure the Southeast.
What we have chaos as governors in Southeast. And now I'm supposed to buy an I want to come about it for Kampur. I don't want a problem because I don't want to correct people in our government houses. And I don't want the worst of them in National Assembly. We have the worst of them in the National Assembly. In Nigeria, Qatar, Abanugo, course of good and this issue of global. Cut off mark, and Igbo. But up to Mark and Amir, can anybody know Kuna National Assembly? What our governors are going to say in Abuja? Only no agriculture now concurrent list. Yes, concurrent list, but what are your governors doing about agriculture in different states? Ndị be anyị na-atụ afịa, ndị Igbo na-atụ afịa, eji afọmara anyị. Ndị North na-akụ ugbo according to them, enye ha agriculture. But na were afọ anyị Igbo, anyị nwere seaport. The were anyị Igbo, anyị nwere seaport. Nke mgbe na Calabar na Warri has been rendered irrelevant. And we have governors and national assembly members who are not talking. You are importers. If you now know seaport na Igbo, compulsory. Because everybody can go importation. When I know even the number one say we're not for showing again. Over the book. If I have from Lagos now about customs show everywhere on the road. Customs has no right, no business on the road. They should be at the borders and they should be at the borders and the airports. And nobody's talking. Because we elect people that buy us with their money and they will wait for them. PRM is a new political movement. Our own concern is that we get in our offices. When they give you money and you vote, they are buying you. You are not slaves. I need to do this practice with Anambra State in 3 years' time. I got ọ ga-adịrị Igbo mma. Nwanke nke oge anyị ekwubezie ọ dịgoro Igbo mma. Nke Igbo abịa bụrụ onye agha kwa na nwanne. Ka o si na de onye agha kwa na nwanne. Chairman, daalụ.